He broke one of the rules I set down just after we spent my Christmas with my terminally ill, now deceased father. It hurts. Trying to navigate through all my various emotions is exhausting. I can't help how my thought process is right now. I am not even going to try to harness it. I am in my 30s. I know how relationships are supposed to be. And especially one that currently is, maybe was to be announced headed to marriage. He didn't physically cheat or talk in detail with any girls, or so he says. I am 100% okay with him looking at lewd content. Undressed girls. Guys. Whatever. I am not okay with him texting girls or communicating with a girl that is in any way s-soul. That s-soul energy is mine alone. No one else's. I am also not okay with any money being used to send to girls by access to their lewd pictures, or to buy lewd content in general, because why pay for something that's wildly free? We play with toys. I've recently got us to screw somewhere public, but we knew we wouldn't get caught. We watch video and used to look at dirty Reddit stuff together. So it's not like our ex-life is plain. Or so I had thought. I was checking our ACCT to make sure we had enough to get things for our 2 young babies when I saw it. He was buying access to some girls' OnlyFans content via the charge on our bank account. I was livid. I got mad at him. We had just paid bills. Payday just a couple days away, but I needed those things before then. I also discovered he was following them on Reddit. Had commented on their stuff and sent one a personal message. I told him this. I also told him how much it hurt me that he used our money to satisfy his s-soul curiosity. That he was reaching out to other women when I should be his only choice. I've been cheated on before. While what he did wasn't on that tier of infidelity, it tore those old wounds open. I set several rules down for him, and he agreed to abide by them because he didn't want to lose me or our babies. One of them being to never contact, communicate, or private message any girls that is of a s-soul nature or with s-soul intentions. Not even a non-s-soul message to someone who he finds s-soully arousing. Look. But from afar only. This past weekend I accidentally discovered he had been following one of the girls on all his social media, and sent her a private message on Instagram. About 5 weeks ago, just shortly after Christmas, New Year's. To add salt to this new injury to my heart, I've discovered on Facebook that she's actually local. Some of his family and acquaintances know her, are friends with her. I don't know how they all know her. I just see that she's connected to my personal life and lives 20 minutes down the interstate. I previously had thought she lived far away. In Timbuktu perhaps. I don't know. Anywhere, but never thought so close to home. Does he actually know her? Did he meet her before? Did he go somewhere where he knows she's around to get a glimpse of her? Or worst, did he do that while out with me? Is he telling the truth that he's never talked to her beyond the one message? Or is he deleting messages? Using Kik that has no trace? Like the last guy I used to love that permanently scarred my heart. To kick me already while I am already down. He sent that message shortly after we had gotten back from spending the last Christmas I could have with my terminally ill dad. Which was his first and only Christmas with him. And is now no longer suffering in heaven. He said he wasn't thinking. That he's a ducking idiot. He since hasn't been able to eat. Feels sick. And feels extreme guilt. He didn't ask me how I was until after I noted it to him. I keep asking him why he did it. He keeps saying he doesn't know. I won't accept that answer. He said he sent the message to try to get his friend request to her other Instagram approved faster because he was curious. And he was also trying to get more followers. I called that crap out immediately. If he were truly looking for more followers, I'd have seen the evidence of it. He'd have more messages to more people. No. Just the one message. To the one local hot, tattooed chubby girl that is a perfectly shaped pear with amazing breasts and nether region. I am very, very straight, but I have to admit she's absolutely stunning. I can kinda see why he seems to be acting like a bony, starving dog. Paid to see her lewd pictures and her in various SXY lingerie. And sending her messages. I asked him what he would have done if she had responded to him. Reciprocated his messages. And talked to him. He said he would be friendly with her. And just be friends. Is that possible? To be friends with a girl who as solely arouses you. That you've paid to see her lewd pictures. That she is local and you want to talk and be friends with her. Guys. Am I wrong in thinking that is not okay? New rules. Block her everywhere. Uninstall and never use the apps I am uncomfortable him using that are triggers to me that are potential temptations to him to do stuff like this again. He also has to write a detailed Reddit post to our Surviving My Infidelity and answer anyone's questions. I told him that is the price he has to pay to not lose me. I thought about having him do this on Facebook. But my family all thinks highly of him, and I don't want them thinking differently. Which I know would destroy him. But I need him to expose this. So my heart's healing process can begin, and I can start to pick up the pieces that fell off, try to mend it. Truly happy guys don't reach out to another female. I don't know is never going to be accepted as an answer. I told him that people may talk him through why he did it, and help him figure out why. I will read the post in several weeks' time. Until then, I am just going to hide in this little Reddit. Maybe one or two others where I'll also post this. And lick my wounds. Seek comfort from strangers online since I cannot currently turn to who I normally go to. Him. I've asked for his phone and deleted all of my X-rated pictures everywhere that I know he had them. I just don't feel comfortable with him having them right now, and would rather feel better knowing that he doesn't have them. He can always get them back. If he's earned the right to have them back. He said he was feeling a lil under the weather before all this went down. And now he feels much sicker worst after. He's actually vomited 4 times. He can't eat. I feel bad now. Told him I wish I could say sorry, but I truly can't. I didn't cause him all this. I feel bad though that he's going through this. But then the open bleeding gash that feels like a deep hole in my chest reminds me that I shouldn't feel too bad. So many things raging around in my head. But I am so sad and deeply hurt. I don't know if there's a character limit. But I'll answer questions. I need to vent a lot. I'll most likely be showing him this post after a while. Edited to note I've also demanded he log all and mean all of them. I discovered recently his accounts and emails into an old phone we have so I can monitor him. I know this might sound crazy, but I need this for my own healing. And he's agreed to it in effort to try to reconcile. Also edited because I caught some weird sounding sentences that needed fixing. Third edit, I had a shopping list of lingerie, dresses and accessories I was in process of ordering to try to get back to my old self before I had his babies. Felt so confident and was so excited to get them. Wear them for him. And see his reaction to me starting to dress up and doll myself up for him again now that my health is doing better and I am not in so much pain anymore. Both pregnancies were high risk. I was sent to the hospital several times, especially for our second baby. I am a big girl. I know I am not the best looking big girl out there. I have roles. Lots of them that I have no idea how they came to be. But I've always normally been a very confident person. No matter what the scale says. But this has utterly destroyed me. That girl is a big girl too. Maybe it wouldn't have hurt so much if she were skinny. But she's big. She is deliciously plump in all the right places. Barely no rolls. No stretch marks. Beautiful white skin that's kissed all over with colorful tattoos. Her makeup is on point. Then there's me. Rolls upon rolls. None of my few clothes fit. Sitting here in the same gray shirt I was wearing 2 days ago. Been a while since I've put on makeup. I guess it's partly my fault for not taking care of myself and trying to spring back to my old self. The only reason he hasn't cheated is the opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. Eventually it will, and he will. What if she had responded to him? Is constantly haunting my mind. I can't get it out of my head. It has dredged up the old feelings I went through with someone who cheated on me before. Sometimes those words literally suffocate me. If that makes any sense. I guess I was fortunate enough that the girl has never reciprocated his messages. But now I just feel like second-grade material. He said he didn't know what he would have talked with her about. And that he wouldn't choose another woman for me. But the what if just keeps haunting me. She's wildly beautiful. A gothic-looking gal with tattoos. Wears pretty matching clothing. A big chubby girl that has a perfect plump pear-shaped no Michelin man-like rolls or stretch marks anywhere unlike myself. I feel that he's only with me because I am the only girl who gave him a serious chance at a relationship. He can't get any better, so he's settling for me. But due to his lack of dating and soul experience in life, he must be missing something or wanting more than just me. He wants to taste a different brand, I guess. So he's settling for you. Don't accept that outcome. He didn't say that. And said a lot of things to try to prove that wrong. But my mind, the way it is right now, is thinking the opposite, as well as a lot of other questions and worries. He only dated one woman before me, and it didn't seem like a healthy one. He's only had sex with one other different woman before me as well. So whether or not he's settling, he doesn't have enough to really say he's settling. Per se. He's a handsome guy. Very nice personality, and my family all think he's the cream of the crop. My dad respected him a lot because he said he was just like him. Providing for his family and being a man. My dad just recently passed 3 weeks after Christmas. We spent it with him. Then right after we get home he texts his tattooed dream girl. I asked him what exactly he likes about her. Or why he's so drawn to her. And he couldn't answer. He may just not be mature enough to be relationship material. There will always be a new boundary to push. He really could use therapy to figure out the root cause of his deary core habits and work to fix himself. Second story. Wayward spouse won't talk to me. I would work on us. But I can't do it alone. Am I just fooling myself that he meant what he said about wanting to try and save our marriage? Divorce day was a week ago. That's when I got the nerve and opportunity to look through my husband's phone. We've been married almost 5 years and together for 8 years total. I'd had suspicions for a while, and I knew exactly who the affair partner was. She's another nurse on his floor at the hospital. It was a little unsettling that he became such good friend with her when she started. When I found the sting with her last week, I thought my heart was going to explode. I woke him from a dead sleep to confront him. He denied it for a while, and then I finally read the few screenshots I managed to get and save to my phone. Then he admitted they did something but wouldn't tell me anything. I asked him to leave the house. There was no word from him for 2 days until I reached out and asked to talk. When he came by, I let out all my feelings and told him what I need him to do if he wanted to save our marriage. He said he did. He's an alcoholic. So I asked for rehab, Alcoholics Anonymous. I asked for marriage counseling and really suggested internal counseling. I am already in therapy and have been trying to get better mentally and emotionally. I also said he couldn't stay in the house as if it was business as usual. I also said I didn't know when I'd be comfortable with any physical intimacy with him. And said if that was going to lead him to cheat again, then we just needed to end things now. He asked about talking. I may have f'd up by saying we could text, but I didn't want it to be about his day, or what his plans were. Like I said, I didn't want to go back to business as usual. As if nothing, my world wasn't crashing down around me. He won't talk to me. He only responds to certain texts with yes or no or one-sentence answers. Every day that goes by with no word from him chips away at my desire to save us. Am I being unreasonable? Am I not giving him time to process things? He broke us. Not me. Is his lack of communication a sign that he doesn't want this anymore? It's been 1 week since divorce day. He told me that when I text him you could have said sorry more when we were talking face to face. He knew I'd never be happy with him. I got literally 2 apologies from him. Is he just in a defensive stance right now because it's so new? Will there be a switch in him, and he wants to save us? I won't wait forever. I am losing desire to try every time I see he's read my text but hasn't replied. Everyone is telling me his non-communication is my answer. I still love him and want to hope that's not true. But am I fooling myself? OP, I'm sorry for what you're going through. A good reconciliation candidate ends the affair. Confesses. Cuts off the affair partner. Is transparent. And agrees to do what the betrayed spouse asks to save the relationship. Based on your post, your cheating spouse doesn't meet a single of these qualifications. He was caught. Not confessed. If he still works with her, the affair is ongoing. One of them needs to quit or switch to a diff department or switch shifts. He refuses transparency, meaning you don't even know what it is you are forgiving. He purposely wants you in the dark. And lastly, about the only thing he's being honest with you about is that he knows reconciliation takes work and he is explicitly telling you he does not want to do the work. Your marriage isn't worth it to him. Believe people when they tell you who and what they are. You must come to terms that you can't control the outcome. You can't control what your cheating husband does. You can only control how you respond. My advice: make at least 3 consults with attorneys and retain the one who seems most competent and relentless. File for divorce immediately. Detach. No contact with him. Direct him to your attorney for everything. Get STD tested. Enroll betrayal trauma individual counseling. Inform family and friends to have in real-life support network. And so that your cheating husband doesn't control the narrative and paint you as the villain. Cheaters like to be the victims and heroes in their stories. Restart hobbies. Hang out with friends. Go on a solo vacation. Go to places you have always wanted but your husband nagged. Do things that your marriage has hindered you from doing. Maybe divorce papers will trigger him to wake TF to all he's about to lose. And then you can pause or withdraw. Maybe not. The point is to not sit around waiting on a cheating loser to pick you. You deserve much better. And a lot of times once they remove themselves from the situation, betrayed spouses realize they often weren't happy and are thriving without a cheater stuck to their hip. Don't neglect yourself. Shock causes dehydration, which negatively affects your brain. No alcohol. Hydrate a lot. Eat healthy. Drink nutritional shakes if you have no appetite. Exercise. Walk. Start a new fitness routine. And see a doctor for sleep aids if you're not sleeping well. Third story. Fiancé 28 female cheated on me 26 male after 10 years of being together. I usually don't post much about my personal life, but this has been something that has been eating at me since spring. I play in a band and left out of town, and had a bad feeling that things just didn't feel the same. I just felt our connection changed. I asked and even said if there is someone else we can work through anything no matter what happened. She of course denied this tooth and nail, and we moved forward for a bit, but I just could tell we weren't connecting the same anymore. One day I'm at a friend's house and he suggests snooping through her stuff to see, and I was positive that it could never be my significant other doing this. We had been together since we were 14 off and on, and I just thought I knew her better. I logged into her Snapchat and saw a message with her cousin that said her boyfriend had broke things off with her cause he didn't feel right about them being a thing before she was single. I read how she didn't wanna lose this other person for me. Read texts about her just staying with me for my dog. Logged into her Facebook and saw MSGs with the guy from when I was out of town saying I'm at the taco place meaning. I'm sure they also went on dates. She admitted to sting him while I would be in the shower. It's a lot that still now 8 months later eats at me. I brought all the messages up to her, and she admitted to it all, but said she wants to work through things and keep trying. We have been back together for about 6 months or so, and I still can't get over the cheating. I constantly am just waiting for it to happen again, or just always suspect things are going to go wrong. When we were ending, I felt like I couldn't live without my fiancé, but now I'm starting to think this is affecting my mental health, just waiting on her to betray me again. I don't know what to do. Setting the actual acts to one side. It's the lying that is unacceptable. Mate. She has proven to you she has no integrity. You say you brought up all this evidence and she admitted to it all. Did she voluntarily admit to other stuff? Which may at least convince you that you now have the entire picture. I bet she didn't. It's called trickle truth. She is only admitting what you confront her with. What other stuff is she not telling? This is the reason why you can't continue with her. From now on. You know that she lies. She's a liar. Out she goes. Hit like. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to our channel.